Hey my Virgo babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Hope everybody is having a good start to their week despite the chaos going on everywhere. This is going to be your November 2020 read. This will take you through to about the first week in December. What I've seen so far, what I've heard, what I feel, some of y'all are getting ready to cut some shit loose. Feels like some of you were tired. This is sitting on the top. Lack of interest. And this is the Page of Cups. Obviously the front's talking about love, but yeah, whatever's going on with y'all, y'all ain't feeling it. You tired of the same old. And looks like you may have some changes coming. So let's get the cards on the table. Okay. Get the cards on the table. Me and my little phone having issues. So the front end of your overall energy is a High Priestess. Back end is the Fool. And your challenge is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, some of y'all are just bored. Like, yeah. And usually that's a signal when you're bored that you need to be doing something more. Because what you're doing is not occupying enough of your energy, your mind, your time, that kind of shit. Yes, sir. Let's see what we got over here. The High Priestess is pulling the Hangman. And the Fool is pulling the Four of Cups. Oh, boy. And your Page of Pentacles over here is pulling the Three of Swords. And it's, for some of you, the lack I'm feeling, it may be lack of affection in your relationship. You ain't feeling it. They ain't feeling it. Lack of passion. Whatever it is, y'all are tired of it. Yeah, here goes the Seven of Swords and losses on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, brother. Buckle up, Virgo. Buckle the fuck up. This ain't gonna be no easy month to just glide through. And I hate this when it happens before Christmas. Energy just gets all fucked up. But at any rate, there's always good. The High Priestess and the Hangman. For some of you, this may be whatever situation we're referring to, whether it's work or love. Maybe you've done something or you've gotten into something and you didn't really listen to your inner GPS. You went on and did some shit anyway. And pow, here we are. And some of you may actually be feeling like, what the fuck? The Hangman on top, clearly talking about a fall or a loss that leads to something new. So, ultimately, it's a change of perspective, but getting out of this might not be quite that easy. The Fool card and the Four of Cups on the back end of your overall energy. Yeah, some of y'all may feel like opportunity has passed you by and got into whatever it is you got into, didn't listen to your intuition, and so now you just throwing your hands up. That thoughtless and reckless down there at the bottom. You just kind of throwing your hands up like, fuck it. I'm done. I won't do this shit no more. And that's okay. Sometimes we have to get in situations that make us go fuck it. So we can release whatever it is we might be hanging on to so some new shit can get there. So don't despair. If that's you and you're feeling like things are passing you by, you just throw your hands up. Have some hope. Have some hope. With your challenge, I'm going to put it where it is. You need to follow your intuition. I know I got it up there in the top of that corner. You need to follow your intuition. Yeah, because this is nothing but misery and tension. That's the front end of the card, but you got the back end. And that's about keeping things at a distance. So for some of you, you may need to back that shit up, step away, and turn the focus on yourself. And when you do that, it becomes easier. You don't have a whole lot of static and conversation going on in your head. It's easier to hear your intuition. Looking at the first week with the Knight of Cups on top of the star, yeah, some of you, your self-esteem may have taken a hit. And so subsequently, you done just kind of fell out of everything. Just, you ain't feeling the love, you ain't feeling no passion, you just turned your back on all of it. But again, on the front side, it's about love. So next few days, you may want to think about things that you want to do that make you feel good so you can build your self-confidence back up. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Swords, obviously, there's probably going to be a split if this is a relationship we're talking about. Yeah. The Wheel... We may be dealing with a Taurus, a Pisces, another Virgo for some of you. However it's resonating. The Wheel of Fortune, unfortunately, it's just where it lands is just going to lead to some losses. And some of you may be feeling like, well, what the fuck? I put all my time and energy into doing whatever, and you still don't have anything. And whatever... Cut my air on, it's hot. Whatever is going on, whatever happened, this person, if we're talking about a relationship, was not about the right shit. And they jumped in your bandwagon because they thought it was going to be good times rolling. But they got messy. Just put that there. They got messy. You got the Wheel of Fortune twice, except now this little card on top of the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this will complete a cycle for you. Whatever it is, this will complete a cycle for you. And there may be some confusion around what's going on, some misunderstandings, some not clear shit. And you may have to work through that, especially if you're cohabitating with someone. For those of you that this is resonating on a work level, same situation. There may be some confusion, some unclear shit, but it's the completion. Yeah, this is the end of a cycle for you, Virgo. So take heart in that. When we get to the second week, with the Star card on top of the Four of Pentacles, somebody was greedy. I don't know, and I think this is the same situation I'm talking about. They hopped on the bandwagon because they thought you had this, that, and a third. When they realized they couldn't get all the goodies, that's where this comes in. You got to make peace with your past. However that goes, you may have to just make peace with your past, accept the fact that you're messing around with somebody that's not really about you, the loyalty's not there, and that big deck that deals with loyalty. And I had to just cut your losses, and get back to what you know, and being a magician and pulling out the resources, and turning your back literally on whatever situation or situations we're talking about, so you can move forward. In all of this, you may be feeling overwhelmed. You may be feeling a sense of despair, like, oh Jesus, what the hell? Don't wallow in that. Don't wallow in that. When we get to the end of the second week with the Two of Swords and the Hangman, once again, talking about looking at things for what they are, trying to find a balance of passion, transition. So you'll be coming out of whatever cycle this is. I would say probably closer to the end of the month. You're probably going to meet some new people. Sorry, Virgo, I had to answer my phone. Which phone? Anyway, a balance of passion. Making decisions. Knowing that you're going through a transition. This person, if this is a love situation that I'm talking about and it's resonating with you, this person is not going to go away very easy. They are going to hang on for dear fucking life. And depending on your situation, if this is a job, they are going to do everything they can to keep you. They don't care how tired you are. They are going to try and keep you. So into the third week, the Six of Wands on top of the Five of Coins. You will still be dealing with misunderstandings, disrespect. You'll have some worry. You'll be dealing with some resistance. And you are just going to have to find the strength to deal with it. Some of you may find out there's been a third party situation. And this is all going to come back to you not, you again, and I'm not picking on you, Virgo. I promise I'm not. But it feels like you were given a heads up about whatever. And you were like, I'm going to do this anyway. And so now you're having to deal with the fallout from that. And so it should put you in the frame of mind to start thinking ahead and start planning if you want another relationship. What are you looking for? Who are you looking for? What do they act like? What do they sound like? What do they look like? What do they do? What are they involved with? That kind of shit. Yeah, looking at their accomplishments, whoever the next person is. Unfortunately, like I said, whoever this is, they're not going away quietly into the night. With the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands, probably be about the time you meet a new person, maybe towards the end of the month, but you're going to have to deal with some unforeseen events. And again, got somebody that want to hang on, want to fuck around with the fuck around, because they ain't got nothing better to do, even though it seems like in this relationship with you, Virgo, they weren't making a whole lot of great strides of doing anything. However, that's resonating. At the last week with the Ace of Pentacles and the Death card, it is just that. It's about letting go of dependent ties. There may be some codependency issues. But once you let go, you begin to see the light, for lack of a better phrase. Now, you may have to do some legal wrangling. Just them two wranglers. You may have to do some legal wrangling with this person to get them out of the mix completely, which then carries you right here to a tower. But you'll be successful trying to get out of whatever it is you're trying to get out of. For some of you, if you're a guy and you're listening to this, and this is a female we're talking about, she might try to come back and say, I'm pregnant. That card right there. if you're a female and we're talking about a guy, he may suddenly come up with the word marriage, even though that's not been discussed before. Again, you're not going to tolerate too much of anything with this person or situation, so it's going to create its own tower moment. But once you clear that out, it's all systems go. At the very end, with the Strength card on top of the Knight of Swords, obviously, he coming out of some shit. You need to have some strength, inner strength, outer strength, the whole nine. But to put yourself in the forefront and do some self-healing and take care of you and deal with your own truth, speaking your own truth. You got it. Not like you can't do it. You certainly can. But whoever this is, and I know I'm talking to somebody because this is a real strange energy. However, make peace with your past, Virgo. Make peace with your past. And that in and of itself might be a part of your solution to your ongoing problem if this is a person that won't go away. Make peace and tell them to be on their way. A lot of times people want to hang on not just solely for the money or the security and the stability, but the drama. And if you play into the drama, they keep coming up with more drama. You cut that drama, ain't no drama. Just saying. Something to think about. Is it worth it? Off the rip. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I'm sure many of you are asking yourself that question right now. Is it worth staying in this relationship? Cards just don't fucking lie. What are your options? You coming out of this. What are your options? Especially if this was a live-in situation and you're talking about money. What are your options now? Help a friend. A lot of times doing something for someone else makes your situation look a little bit better. You may have a friend in the middle of all of this in the upcoming month that needs help. Don't be afraid to help. Education, magic string, and compass. Learn from this experience. Learn from this experience. And again, I see the red light just blinking. You are going the wrong way. You are going the wrong way. Listen, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Learn. Take the nuggets that you need to take with you and keep it moving. Don't be afraid to dream. Just don't be afraid to dream. Just because you're in a fucked up, rotten, funky ass situation right now does not mean that all is lost. It certainly isn't. You know as soon as you're out of this one, you might be thinking about getting into another one. And that's okay. Just don't be afraid to dream. Dip your little cup in the magic stream. Say whatever prayer you need to say and let some shit go. At the end of this, the compass, certainly with the world card, or the Wheel of Fortune, I'm sorry, with the Wheel of Fortune popping up, you time to choose the direction. Like I said, a lot of you are coming out of an old cycle, getting ready to step into a new cycle. So take a look around. Figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be with. Virgo, I love you. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.